Welcome back to the Marketing Ninja Podcast with Manuel Suarez, CEO of attention-grabbing media and author of #1 bestseller, Marketing Magic.
So how does social media advertising works? Very different than traditional marketing. Actually, this is going to be the way that it works for a long time because they cracked the formula. They figured it out. They figured out how to get attention, and once they get that attention, they're able to sell that attention to brands like you and like me. And that's how they win the game of business. So I want to take a few minutes to talk to you about how the social media advertising works with a few examples to give you the understanding why you should be taking advantage of it right now and for several decades to come. So the first one that I want to talk to you about is the two types of advertising in these platforms. One of them is called interruptive marketing, and the other one is called search marketing. Interruptive marketing. You're trying to get them interested in your product or service, which they might not need right now, but it's the first point of contact. It's going to cost you a lot less to produce a prospect on Facebook than to produce a prospect on Google. I would like to give you a comparison. For every one Google lead, I consider it somewhere around acceptable to get 20 leads on Facebook. 1-to-20 ratio. Interruptive and search are both important. Why is it called interruptive? Because when people are over here on Facebook, they are literally trying to stay entertained. So this is a feed over here, and there's just a regular post talking about the Cowboys. Okay, that makes sense. And then there's like friends coming up over here, and then there's family showing up, cute pictures of the cousins. And then this is my brand, NaturalSlim, posting content, value. And then, oh, look at this, a social media platform, AKA Reddit. And Reddit is offering me 46% more likely to trust brands that advertise on Reddit. Sign up today. Interesting. So they're trying to get me, a business owner, a marketer, to understand the opportunity with promoting on Reddit. They're trying to generate an interest that maybe before this moment did not exist. And I want to click on this one and be like, oh, interesting. Okay, great. I'm going to click on Get Offer, and it's going to open up a new page, and then I'm going to go through the process of figuring this whole thing out of how to sign up for Reddit ads and how to get started. So it interrupted my browsing. It presented an opportunity. It gave me an idea to market on a new platform. And it's telling me, hey, you are missing out. Remember this saying, you don't know what you don't know. So if you didn't know that Reddit was an opportunity and that it has hundreds of millions of people using it, you would not know that you can earn more business using the platform. On YouTube, for example, when you're on YouTube, you are searching for things. For example, if I'm over here and I search for metabolism, this is the word that I search for in Spanish, our company, our content machine dominates the search results. People are finding me every single day by searching for the word metabolism. And if you look at it here, this is my father over here. There's some sponsored ads, my father again. There's a sponsored ad over here by Shopify. And then another one of my father. You can't dominate more than what we dominate the word metabolismo for our Latin American communities for my NaturalSlim brand. This is something that we did because we planted our flags very early in the YouTube platform. So now when people search for subjects like metabolism, it's going to be very difficult for them to not discover us. So it is a discovery platform. Whenever you click on any of these ads, if I click on this thing, it usually is going to introduce an ad. This is discovery right here, but it's discovery not interrupted via search. Why is that so important to know? Because I can target people with something called Google AdWords, which is the YouTube advertising platform that also allows you to advertise on Google. Google AdWords. I can actually put my advertising campaigns in front of people that are searching for things like metabolism, weight loss, energy, health, and so on. And because I'm putting myself in front of them searching for that, it is a much, much higher qualified audience. It's very, very specific. You can go directly to these people and say, here's what I have to offer for you. These are my products and services that are going to solve the problems that you're searching for right now. Here's a plumbing service. I can unclog your toilet in 24 hours or less, guaranteed. When you're doing social media advertising on these platforms that are interruptive type marketing platforms, you want to say, hey, let me give you some value. Let me educate you and inspire you. Let me entertain you. Let me show you why you should be looking at me and paying attention to me. And when you do this long enough, something happens. It develops a digital footprint. And what you do with that footprint is that you can retarget people. I'm going to talk about that in future episodes. You can retarget people that are consuming your content and now introduce them to your problem-solving products and services. And when you do that, you will eventually generate Google-type qualified prospects. But this is how it works. Advertising on these platforms is still very affordable. It will continue to be so for a long time. There's still an enormous amount of companies out there that are spending an enormous amount of money on advertising that does not produce any results, which means for you, opportunity.
Hey, thanks for listening. If you enjoyed the podcast, go ahead, leave us a review and subscribe to tune in for future episodes. And if you're looking for a team that'll go above and beyond for you and your brand, go to talktoaninja.com today.